At 78 years old, Barry Gibb is finally pulling back the curtain on the most complex relationship of his life, the one he shared with his youngest brother, Andy Gibb. To fully understand the gravity of what Barry has revealed, we first need to contextually place him in music history. Born on the Isle of Man in 1946, Barry, along with his brothers Robin and Maurice, formed the Bee Gees, becoming the architects of the disco sound and timeless anthems like Stayin' Alive. But while the Bee Gees were a force to be reckoned with, there was another Gibb whose light burned incredibly bright and tragically fast. That was Andy. While Barry was celebrated professionally, eventually being inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, his personal life was a tapestry of incredible highs, including his long-standing marriage to Linda Gray and his close friendship with Michael Jackson, and shattering lows. He outlived all three of his brothers, but it is the fate of his youngest brother, Andy, that has left the deepest shadow on his soul. For decades, Barry carefully guarded his private grief regarding Andy, choosing to focus publicly on Andy's extraordinary talent and charisma. Now, in the twilight of his life, Barry has allowed himself to speak with a rare, shattering vulnerability. Andy was more than just the baby brother. To Barry, he was a boy full of natural genius, possessing a pure pop voice that Barry, as his mentor and songwriter, poured himself into. When Andy achieved hits like Shadow Dancing, Barry was right there. However, the truth that Barry finally revealed at 78 is that Andy's meteoric rise happened far too fast, and he did not possess the emotional armor to handle it. Behind that youthful smile and the adoration of millions, Barry saw a fragile soul. The pressures of fame only magnified Andy's deep hunger for acceptance, making him devastatingly vulnerable to the destructive temptations that followed stardom. Barry didn't shy away from the hardest aspect of this story, Andy's addiction. While Barry had spoken cautiously about it in the past, he now openly acknowledges how truly helpless the family felt watching Andy battle his inner demons. Barry admitted, with profound sadness, that love simply wasn't enough to save him. When Andy died in 1988, just 5 days after his 30th birthday, Barry was shattered. But the real crux of this emotional revelation is the deep regret Barry has carried for nearly 4 decades. He confessed that they actually had a disagreement shortly before Andy passed, and Barry never imagined that would be the last time they would ever speak. "I carry that with me every day," Barry admitted, revealing a weight of guilt he has shouldered through all his triumphs with the Bee Gees. At 78, Barry Gibb is showing us that success means little when compared to the value of family connection, reminding us that even great stars are subject to human regrets and that telling the truth about those we love, however painful, is the ultimate testament to their memory.